There's different views. It says speaker views somewhere on there, so just click the different speaker views, and you can either see the person that's just talking, or you can see everybody that's on and all their windows. So right now we see Maddie, we see Tara, we see
Elise, and you, Mallory,
and we see Taryn.
And we see Taryn. Yep. Hi.
It's different on the phone though too. We're on desktop right now, so we're on a big screen with a big dog in the background. So.
Can you send the ID? I don't know.
I just did on. It's on the It's 495-216.
495-216.
8032.
Yeah.
And the password is evolve with a capital E. 121.
Sorry guys. Evolve. What is it?
121.
That's it.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Sorry, we're just trying to get some people on the call. Who else is this? Whose cell phone number is that? All right, do you want to start or?
Yeah, I'll start. Sure.
609. All right, go.
So what's going on, guys? How are you tonight? How is everybody?
506.
So
They're all on mute, so.
I'm just sending everybody the invite one more time. Okay. So I wanted to hop on with you guys because we thought it was important for me to talk to you guys about the mindset with everything going on in the world right now. It's chaos. It's crazy. I know they're starting a new, they're starting a new program at Easy so that everybody can get their workouts in. Sherry's going to talk to you guys about that. And I don't want you guys to panic and like, oh my God, it's only a 30-minute workout. Oh my God, I'm not going to be able to get there. It's only temporary. This is a good opportunity because we talk a lot about this. It's a good opportunity for you guys to be implementing the nutrition, which you should be doing anyway. But this is the proof's in the pudding that it starts with the mindset, and then it's the nutrition, and then it's the fitness, the workouts. Okay, if you have a lot of stress in your life, it doesn't matter how hard you work out or how good you eat. You're not going to get the results you want. And I know with everything going on right now with this coronavirus and everybody with the widespread panic, it can cause a lot of stress. And we understand that. And we want you guys to stay in this positive frame of mind that if you need extra toilet paper, we have it here. So don't worry about it. We're all good. So what we really felt was important is that you guys 100% come to us, come to Sherry, make sure that your nutrition is on point, because that's going to be the most important thing. Doesn't matter what's going on out there. We're all, as long as we're safe, as long as we're taking precautions, we're all healthy, we're all happy. And if we don't manifest that into our lives, I know a lot of you have kids and they're going to be home now. Oh my God, somebody at school was sick today. They're going to bring it home to me. Now I'm going to get sick. Well, you just manifested that you're going to get sick because you opened yourself up to it. And to say it simply, when you have that kind of stress in your life, you weaken your immune system. When you weaken your immune system, you open yourself up to it. So what Sherry's going to talk to you guys today about is some stuff that actually we've been doing with taking, what have we been taking?
Well, can I just talk about it?
Sure. So she's going to talk about it. So just have that positive frame of mind, because like I see Tara smiling there. And even though she's smiling because she's making fun of us because we're funny because we do yell at each other all day.
Ed likes to talk a lot and doesn't stop.
I'm gonna talk for about 3 minutes and then the rest is you.
Oh,
so we build up cortisol, and that's the bad stuff. But when we're smiling, just even if it's a fake smile, if you smile for 20 seconds, you have the dopamine that gives off the endorphins that are all the good stuff. And then you'll keep your nutrition in line. So with that, if you guys have any questions about that, or if you're struggling with anything, or if this is causing you guys to have any kind of like anxiety or panic, or you don't feel like your nutrition is on point because of your mindset, then reach out to us. But Sherry's got a lot of stuff she wants to tell you guys about as far as that goes with the Easy and all that. So cool. Go for it.
Okay. All right. Hi guys. So going off of what Ed said, here's the deal. Like, him and I don't listen to the news. That's for one. We don't have TV, so we don't listen to the news. But I also don't like to listen to the news because the news can be swayed in whatever direction they want it to go, right? So with all this stuff going on, the way that we're kind of trying to deal with this is like, we're not feeding into the fear and the panic of what everybody else is doing, but we are like arming ourselves, right? We're being precautious, and we're trying to make sure that we get information from the right sources. And then we're, like I said, in the precautionary manner is, we went out, we have some stuff for the house, but just inform yourselves from the right places. Okay, like don't go to news media outlets if you want the best updated information about what is going on out there. Okay, your best source is to go to this. Excuse me, is to go to cdc.org or gov.
I'm sorry, you're right.
It's cdc.gov. They have the most updated information. It's the Center for Disease Control, which is obviously operated by the government, but they're going to give you the most factual information that is out there. On there is everything that you can possibly find, right? Obviously, ways to stay safe, ways to sanitize. And, this isn't the end of the world, okay? Like the quarantines that they're doing, and the reasons why they're making kids stay home from school is not that your kids are going to get sick. Kids apparently are carriers, but what they're trying to do is they're just trying to prevent the spread of it. So it doesn't mean that like the world is shutting down and that the world is coming to an end. They're just trying to contain the spread of this so that people that are immunocompromised or have lung issues, health issues, even people that suffer from diabetes aren't more susceptible to catching it. So this is the time to really inform yourself from reliable sources. Okay, that's number one. Number two, again, there is no need to panic. Okay, and if you're really concerned about it, there's nothing wrong with deciding to, stay in for now. And it does limit your chances of maybe catching it. But if you are healthy individuals, like most of us are, okay, yes, you might get a fever and you might get stuff. So stay home. Okay, stay home. The illness will run its course. Okay, I've been hearing from a lot of nurses, and this is just factual information from you guys. If you do wind up having a fever and you think you're sick, call your doctor. What they're probably going to tell you to do is stay home. If it does get worse, right? If you do feel ill and you feel like you need to go to the emergency room, they're telling you to call the emergency rooms first to tell them what's going on and well inform them, and then they will tell you to come in so that they are well prepared too, right? Our healthcare workers right now are like running themselves into the ground trying to tackle this thing. So God forbid, like I said, if this is a situation that arises for you, these are the things that you want to do. Okay, so another thing that we're doing is, we're healthy people, obviously, right? We all eat well and we work out so that we are healthy individuals. But there's nothing wrong with trying to boost your immune system. So I've been taking Airborne for a few days. I also went out and bought elderberry syrup, which is very good for the immune system. I actually happened to find not a big name brand. It was in a smaller, family pharmacy, actually next to the Howell location. Don't go raiding them now, but it was an elderberry syrup, and in that elderberry syrup, it had like echinacea tincture. It had some raw like honey, which is also supposed to be good for you. So it had all these things, and we're just we're just arming ourselves, right, in the proper way. So it's like, I feel fine.
It's not cheap, so it must be good.
Yeah, it's also not cheap. But, it's just, we're arming ourselves, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with being overly prepared. Just kind of like what we're doing in the gym, right? Like, we don't want to shut it down because, for a lot of people, going to the gym is not just about, like, working out. It's, it's like a stress relief. You get away from your house for a little while. So that's why Easy is taking as many steps as we are. And that's why we're also giving ourselves, the trainers and the coaches, 15 minutes in between class to clean. So now, we're putting ourselves in a situation, opening the doors. So I'm going to protect myself, right? Because if I'm going to be cleaning extra hard, I'm going to make sure I do everything in my power to make sure that I'm like feeling super fine and okay. So I don't think there's anything wrong with, if you guys have emergency, take it. Also, use hand sanitizer. You know, like if you do happen to go out and you come back in, when you come back in your house, wash your hands, or when you're out, use some hand sanitizer. You know, there's nothing wrong with taking precautions. I just want you to not fall prey and victim to the fear and the panic like Ed was talking about, right? Like,
So yeah, I was gonna say the one thing I was gonna say, and Sherry yells at me all the time. Social media is not a good source of news.
absolutely not.
I don't care what anybody says on there. .org, .gov, .edu, anything .com. It's .com for a reason. Commercial. And they have ads on it. Like Sherry said, it's going to be swayed one way or the other. Someone's blaming the president, while somebody's blaming somebody else, while somebody's blaming somebody else. I don't care about that. I just want to know that we're safe and everything's okay. And you know, so social media, we all get hooked on it. We all get caught up in it. We all look at it. Holy crap! What? Oh my God! That can't be true. And it causes us to go into that panic mode. And I think I wanted to ask Sherry when she's done with what she was doing would lead into the way of being, because I feel like that's important as to them having that positive frame of mind, and ask some of them like what their way of being is and what they got out of it, and the people that haven't done it yet, if they need support on it.
Okay.
So
Well, yeah, but I want to finish a little bit first. So anyway, so kind of getting into what Ed was talking about with when you leave yourself open and susceptible to fear, like when you allow that fear to come in, like I think I've told you guys this before, our body's made up of like 90% water, right? So this is why we constantly positively reinforce to you guys that like the power of what you say can positively affect you or adversely affect your body and what you allow to come into it, right? So we talk about like just speaking kindly to ourselves, right? So it's kind of like the same thing with the fear. If we start to let those negative emotions come in, right, we're almost like stressing the body, raising the cortisol levels. And you know, cortisol is what gets elevated when we stress, period. When we're stressing over work, or when we're stressing over this, and when we're stressing over that, right? Stress is the number one who's the number one cause of like heart disease and heart attacks, but that's for a reason, right? So fear is just basically another word, right, for like raising your stress level. So I want you guys to just try and be as calm about this as possible. And we're not, Ed nor I are not trying to put any type of religion on you today, but like, you know, just whoever you believe in, whoever your God is, your higher power, the universe, whatever it is, just have faith, guys. Just have faith. This is just something else in the world to test our faith. And it may not be the coronavirus. It could be, you know, your boss that's always testing your faith, or something else, you know? So just try and be as positive as you possibly can be throughout this time. Like, actually, I feel like now is the time for us to, especially as a group, like kind of get more united and know that we can lean on each other a little bit more than maybe before we were, right? Like, I feel like we all have, you know, pretty much a lot of the same goals. So if you're worried, or you know, just reach out to me. I am 100% going to be here to like calm those fears as much as possible. I actually already got a text from Kelly on Friday, and she's like, "Oh my God!" Like so it was based off of not being able to work out as long as we normally do, and so she's like, "I like workouts. Like, should I be eating this much?" And I'm like, "Kelly, calm down. Everything's gonna be okay. All right, like." Just because we're not working out for an hour, like, so first of all, like our caloric intake, so let's say we're taking in 1,700 calories a day, we're not supposed to burn off 1,700 calories a day. We're supposed to be in a deficit, but it doesn't mean burn off every single calorie that you eat. So she was like already panicking. So I'm like, no, it's going to be okay. And, you know, if you don't make it to the gym now, it's really time to hunker down and like make sure that eating is on point. Like, we can all eat great and not work out, God forbid, for like the next like 3-4 weeks, and we'd totally be fine. And just like I've seen these really bad, like I've seen so many comments on the Easy Fit page right now about people equating not working out for an hour as a free pass to like eat like crap. They're like literally like, oh my God, I'm gonna get fat. Why? Like, Why? Because you can't work out for an hour. Does that mean you eat shit? I actually think that means you should eat better if you're not eating better. You know what I mean? Like, so one doesn't, one hand doesn't wash the other in that situation. So let's be united. Let's keep that nutrition on point. Let's not open ourselves up to the fear. Let's just know that this is really like, this is just a test. I think this is a test of our willpower, our strength, our determination. Like, this is the time where, especially as a group, but I feel like as a nation, we should be united right now and trying to like really strengthen each other and not keep feeding into the fear. And instead, like, we're fighting over like the dumbest things in the supermarket, and it's silly.
Does anybody know the answer to why there's no toilet paper? I just want to know if this.
Well, people think if they can't leave their house for weeks, like, what's going to happen? Like, anyway, but that's besides the point. But anyway, and like, honestly, if here's the truth, guys, imagine if there was like a real zombie apocalypse, like people are going out and buying like meat to put in their freezer. Listen, if there's a real zombie apocalypse, okay, we'll have no power, no microwave, no gas. Buy canned supplies, non-perishable items, not freaking chicken that you gotta put in your freezer. So let me just tell you something. These people they're buying the wrong stuff, okay? I'm just saying. So canned goods, non-perishable items, let's just educate ourselves. Let's be real.
True.
But anyway.
We went and bought chicken. Someone was walking out with all these paper towels the other day. We walked out with canned chicken. We actually did go to Costco, and we actually bought the bare essentials. We bought 2 cases of water. We bought the protein we needed for the week. And we actually did buy a thing of paper towels because we have 3 old dogs that pee everywhere.
That is truth. We actually don't need paper towel because we're like, oh my God, we can't leave the house.
Yeah.
But also, guys, here's I'm going to give you some pointers, okay? People are out there going nuts trying to buy bottled water. Here's a fact. Your faucet does exist. Here's a fact number 2. You're better off going out and buying a refillable Brita and filters, okay? Number 1, you're not going to have as many plastic bottles. Number 2, your faucet's not running out of water. So if you're really concerned and you cannot find water, I will guarantee if you go to any of the stores right now, if you go to a Target and you go to a Walmart, you can buy yourself a pitcher, or you can even the brand Pure, which I think is PUR. This sells an attachable filter that goes right onto your sink. So, like, again, there's a solution, okay? It's not like, oh, my God, I can't find water. No, the solution is we just changed where we're getting it from, right? So have a water filter system.
Oscar drinks out of the toilet. There's water right there.
But have a filtration system if you really can't find bottles of water. So, like, there's ways to work around it. If you guys can't find, like chicken and stuff, like we bought cans of chicken breast, you got cans of tuna. Nobody apparently is buying yogurt. I mean, like, I don't know what people eat to feed themselves these days, but like, I feel like most of the stuff that we need for like meal prep, like we've been able to find in the store. So
I saw the pictures I posted on Facebook today. We're set for the week. We made turkey taco meat, we made chicken breast.
There's just no need to panic. And like, if you feel that some of the things that you normally buy are not there, like, just shoot me a text. I'll be like, hey, what do they got? Because, I can't help you with the cleaning supplies situation. Although, if you have bleach, you can make your own stuff to, like, clean your house. You can dilute it. That's also on the CDC website. It tells you the amount of bleach to be mixed with water. If you're, if you, like, ran out of Lysol or you can't find stuff in the stores, you can use, apparently we have gallons of it, so if you need some, you can let us know too, and we'll give you some of that also. But again, there are solutions to, like, not finding the things that we think we need in the stores. So that's kind of like my rant for right now. So super quick before you go on.
I'm not going anywhere.
Does anybody have anything to say? Does anybody have any comments? Does anybody think I'm crazy? They probably will think I'm crazy, but that's okay. But does anybody have any questions, actually? No questions. Okay, cool. Good so far. Also, I'm going to say hi to Michelle. Michelle we all welcomed her the other day, but she is in the room. Michelle, I'm just going to mute you. Hi, Michelle.
Hi guys, how are you?
Hi. Normally we don't go into a rant like this right off the bat, but we felt like we needed to address this coronavirus thing. So normally I would introduce you to the group, which since now I have you on, aside from everything else that's going on in the world, um, if you want to take the opportunity to introduce yourself to the group, maybe tell everybody what you're here, what some of your challenges may be, and maybe what kind of support you might be looking for from the group.
Well, I'm just here because I'm looking for just figuring out a way to eat better for my body and my workouts. I've been struggling a lot the past couple of months with that. I had a couple of health issues last year, so that really didn't help out either. And I'm actually just looking for support, like new recipes, somebody to get on my ass and make sure I'm sticking to it. Right now, I'm stuck home all weekend with my 2 kids, so talk about stress level, just a tiny little bit. And that's really about it.
Okay. Well, we do we don't expect everyone to be on Facebook all day long, but we definitely do. We're trying to do like a secret recipe every week now, like a secret ingredient, and then people can post what recipes they have. So definitely keep an eye out on the Facebook page for that. We try to get creative so that we all don't get bored eating the same thing all the time. So now that you're in the group, actually we'll just start tagging everybody when we do the secret ingredient.
I usually do.
And if you guys, when we do choose the secret ingredient and you do have a recipe to post, feel free to tag everyone so that they can actually see it, because a lot of times in the groups when a lot of things get posted, things get lost in the shuffle and see every single post that's there. So yeah, if you have things to post, just tag us so that we can make sure everybody sees the same thing. So thank you, Michelle,
You can email it to us too.
or you can email it to
Because
us.
I send out a weekly email. I put a lot of good recipes in the weekly email. So
Oh yeah.
feel free to send it, because even if it's repetitive, there's new people coming in all the time, like Elise and Michelle, and you might see some other recipes that you've seen before, but we want everybody to have the opportunity. So please keep sending them to me, because I was just saying to Sherry the other day, I'm like, we got to change it up. I'm so sick and tired of turkey taco meat. So
That's what he made today anyway.
and that's what I made today because it was quick.
All right. Well, thank you, Michelle, and I'm glad that you're here joining us. Thank you for getting on your first call.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. And yes, Elise, I forgot. This is your first call. I'm trying to mute.
Yeah.
It's your first call too. Tell everyone what you're doing here, and again, what some of your struggles may be and what you might be looking for from the group.
So I guess my biggest thing is I'm getting married in May, so that's exciting. And so I've just been working on like my nutrition all in all, and I always feel like I can be really dedicated and then I just fall apart. So I'm just trying to find something that's more sustainable, like long term, and that I could like just live for the rest of my basic life.
And I mean, Elise can tell you guys too, like, you know, she decided to like go to see a nutritionist first because her insurance covered it, which is fantastic. A lot of insurances don't. But what was great is that she did get some like knowledge already, right, to take with her as she came into the group. But I think the group aspect of it is a lot more helpful, right? Because you have like all these people in the group, like making sure that you're sticking to it. And also, like, if you feel like you have things coming up, usually on the calls, you know, I'll ask people if they have anything coming up or they're struggling with something. And, you know, usually whatever one person might be going through, another person has either went through it before and has found a way to get, you know, through that. So I think, you know, the group thing is really, really good for that. So
yeah, I noticed like the other weekend somebody was like talking about like how it's hard to get your meals in on the weekend, and I definitely noticed that this weekend, but I kind of felt like I was thinking about it more how to not, just because somebody else mentioned that on the replay that I watched. So.
Oh, awesome. There you go. See, perfect. So yeah, I mean, don't ever hesitate that if you know, if there's something that you're just having an issue with, like just, you know, just let us know. You can do it on the call, or you can always text me, or you can always reach out to the Facebook page. But my thing is always like, you know, if you feel like you have something going on, just shoot me a text first, and then we can address it on the call in case anybody else is going through the same thing. All right. All right. Awesome. Glad you're here. All right. Do you want to add anything? Please stop moving the chair.
I know the chair is terrible. I have to buy a new chair. It's on my list. No, I am a humble, empathetic, faithful mentor.
I am I can't. Why can't I say successful? I gotta spell it out. I am a successful, obedient, prosperous world changer. Oh
yes,
my gosh,
you are.
That was hard. Why can't I gotta choose a new word just because like there's too many syllables in that. But yeah. Again, I would really like to know if anybody's like just kind of Kelly. I talked about you before you got on. Sorry, Girl, I wasn't trying to talk about you behind your back, but I was just using you as an example. But talking about like the workouts being shorter, and you were like a little worried that you were gonna, maybe eating too much food or not, But again, I don't want you guys to panic. Like, I know you guys don't know what to expect coming into this week with the workouts and stuff like that. But here's the thing, right? Like, I know I can speak for myself, and I could probably speak a little bit for Jamon too, is that like we're so, and Hoff and John, like we like really love what we do. And for me personally, like I love watching you guys work so hard to be your best, all right? Whether it's looking your best or feeling your best or whatever the case may be, like I get fired up watching you guys. So there's no way that we are going to change the format and then not try to give you the best workout in that shorter amount of time. So you guys might be freaking like, people are like, how long is the warm-up going to be? And how long is like the demo going to be? Like, listen, we know we only have a limited amount of time, right? So we're going to make sure that you have as much workout time as possible. Like, here's the deal. We're not stretching you guys. You guys want to stretch at home? Some of you are like quarantined with your kids. Go stretch for a half hour at home. We're not stretching you. We're going to warm you up super fast. We're going to demo super fast, and we're going to make the most out of the time that we have for the workouts. You're still going to be lifting weights. You're still going to be doing cardio, but it's going to be balls to the wall. So here's a good opportunity for all of you, that if you feel like maybe there are some days where you come into the gym either to keep to a habit or to just like, I went to the gym today. Now is the time more than ever to push yourself. If you grab a 15, grab a 20, like give it every single ounce that you have, like whatever energy you have, like leave it at the gym after that half an hour. Okay. Like we're not going to let you guys slack anymore. Like I sure as shit know that like, if I see you with some weights that I know you can lift heavier, which I do anyway, like you're getting like 20 to 30 pounds heavier. Like don't play with me today. Like you're going to die. Tomorrow's leg and shoulder day. You're going to die. So, just again, don't panic about the workouts, and hopefully John has the online thing going tomorrow too. So like, if you feel like you didn't get enough from the half hour in class, go home, go pull up one of the online workouts, or go on YouTube and find something to do at home. Like I know a lot of people are going to start working from home and stuff like that. Here's a great opportunity to use your time you have at home. Let's not look at it as a time to say like, oh shit, I can't go out. People might get some like serious self-reflection time in like if they're at home working from home. Like I think that's what people are forgetting, right? That there's always a plus side to everything that goes on, and it's not, oh shit, I'm stuck at home. It's like, maybe we can read more, like work from home, but like read, or again, meditate or self-reflect or relax, because I know I don't really get a chance to relax. So if I had to be home for 2 weeks, I'd be like, putting my feet up, I'm gonna chill for a little bit. So, look at everything as an opportunity, not as, like a, oh shit moment. So
what just came up for me was, because you told me a lot of times to do this, this is a good opportunity. Obviously we have no choice but to change it up here. So we're going to change it up. And a lot of times I plateau because I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again. This is a great opportunity that we're now changing it up. Instead of that hour workout, that 30-minute workout of like balls to the wall. So I feel like that's going to be a great way to change it up. And it's going to go a long way with that self-reflection, I feel like, too, because you're going to see changes. I feel like I'm going to see changes, and I'm excited to change it up. And I think a great point that you made was being able to, like, if you most of you are crazy like me, that you'll do more than one workout. So you'll go to the gym and work out, and then you're going to do the online program because a lot of you are stuck home with your kids, or you have to work from home. So I guarantee you guys are going to get plenty of workouts. And if I could just gush about Shari for a second, she spent 2 hours on Saturday working out as part of doing the program, the videos they put together before we went and did our own workout.
Yeah.
So you guys are in for a good treat. I mean, I saw some of it, and it's pretty awesome. Her and
It's
Alex,
exciting.
who are pretty badass for you guys, right? So I think it's going to be a good change of pace. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
No, I mean, listen, Ed's right. Like, as someone who primarily just likes to like lift, I think I've said this before, I used to do like a week every so often and do a deload week instead of just lifting as heavy as I possibly could all the time, because your body does need a little bit of a break. So instead of just not lifting at all, I would cut the weight I lifted for like half, like to 50%. And it was well needed. Like, this might be huge for you guys, changing it to just a half hour and making it super intense and super focused. So, before, again, we start to fear and panic about kind of like the unknown, right? Not knowing what these workouts are going to be like, just give it a chance and be open to it. And off of what he said, honestly, I love doing the online stuff for you guys more so because I guess like Alex and I being the only girls, like it's 90% women at Easy Fit. So I've kind of felt like it was nice being the face of like what you guys might see when you're home, and hoping that maybe like it gives you guys some inspiration, like, and just like, let's do this shit. So it was actually really exciting. And
like, she's doing the workout with you
awesome.
guys, but she doesn't get an opportunity to do that often. So she actually gets
fun.
to showcase the workouts and be a part of it.
But it was just fun, kind of like knowing that, we were creating something that, you guys can really get use out of. So, we had a meeting on Friday, and Jamon's like, all right, well, we're going to close the gyms, we're going to clean, and we're going to start videoing. I was like, I'll be here. I was like, I'll see you guys at 8. I'll be here ready to go, because I was just excited about
Anybody else excited? They got rid of the pit of death and got rid of all the gloves. You guys see that post that Jamon put on? They threw out all the gloves that were in the pit. The blue pair was mine, by the way. I saw they went in there, and I bought a new pair. I didn't touch them, but I'm happy. So they really are taking it that serious. That's why I brought it up. They're really taking it that seriously about cleaning the gym. And just as a member, and she's my wife and all, but as a member, just be very respectful. Go in, do the workout, get out, because they have 15 minutes. They have to actually clean every half hour for 15 minutes. They're going to be cleaning the gym. So, and it's only temporary, like she said.
I have to sneeze. It's just allergies. I have to sneeze. Sorry. What a crappy time to have allergies, by the way. Oh my God, the weather warmed up, and I'm like, here go the allergies. Now people look at me with like a side eye, like, I'm like, no, I swear it's just allergies. But on that note, seriously, do you guys have any questions? Do you have any concerns? Anything, like, anybody? No. Dawn? Yes. Hi.
Hi. I just wanted to say about the workouts. As someone who was actually quarantined to my house for 3 weeks 2 years ago.
Wow. For which virus?
No, because I'm not immune to measles, and someone on my plane had the measles, so I was, by the health department, quarantined to my house.
Okay.
And I looked up on Pinterest, got my own workouts. I had a few little weights here.
Yeah.
So I couldn't, my backyard at my house. So it can be done. Like, 100%. You can't get to the gym, or you need to do an extra 30 minutes is not enough. It's really what you do with it,
Absolutely. And right. It's perspective, and it's the way you look at it. And, a lot of it is like, again, it's the fear of change. It's the fear of unknown. It's not knowing what to expect, right? Like, a lot of us get stuck into a routine and a habit, which is not a bad thing, right? But then when that changes, like, we start to panic a little bit. But, just let's kind of all go with the flow here and, make the best of it. Rachel, I see your hand raised. What's up, girl?
No, I just wanted to tell everybody that you can totally do it, because I've been doing this shit with the boot on.
Coming from Rachel, exactly.
And like, even today, I did I did abs and I did shoulders. And, you know, I only burned 184 calories and I was like, ugh, but I worked my ass off. So even though I didn't get my heart rate really high or anything, but I felt like I did something. So I think that at the end of the day, if you can just, you know, try to just, you have to just do something. And just keep doing something every single day, because
100%.
if you stop and then you stop and then you stop, then the more days you stop, it's even like the same thing they say with kids. It takes a habit. It takes 3 days. It takes 3 days to break and 7 days to make.
21 days to create.
Oh, okay,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
And I just felt like you just do something. Like I was like, okay, I'm going to do 500 crunches, and whether I did them hard, soft, whatever,
Mhm.
it was 500 times that my head came up off of off of the mat, you know, just to do something. So just do something.
No, 100%. And you're right, because again, some of you might end up being home with your kids, right? So again, even though it may not be like an easy type workout, you're still working out and you're still releasing endorphins. So you're still going to feel better than if you do nothing at all, right? So
Do the workout with your kids.
yeah, you know, it's so funny because like some of the workouts that we're posting online, like you will need some workout equipment. But if you don't, if you have a kid at home, tomorrow's leg day, slap them on your back. Like it's time to get creative. Like I was saying to Jaman, like, you know, like we can tell people that if they don't have weights, like you can find heavy household items, like go pick up your detergent bottle, like go, you have household items, like
Bench press your kid.
yeah, bench press your kid. But you know, it's just now is the time, you know, more than ever to just accept what is, but to be creative and to not stop moving and to again 100% stick to their nutrition, and everything will be fine. Everything will 100% be fine. Like heck, I'm getting on a plane on Friday. People are like, oh my God. I'm like, nah, man, I'm going. I'm taking my mom to Puerto Rico for her 70th birthday, and we're going. I can't live in the fear and the panic. Are we going to be precautionary? Yes. But like, will I let that stop my life right now? Unless airlines legit cancel my flight, I'm getting on the plane. And some people might say that's selfish, but I just don't have that fear, you know, like I wholeheartedly believe 100% that I'm protected. And
Well, it's not selfish.
Really
Selfish would be if we were sick and we were blowing coughing all everybody on the plane.
Sure.
But I think being selfish would be not to enjoy your life and to buy into the fear. I think Tara had her hand up.
yes,
Sorry.
Tara had her hand up too. Where's I just lost Tara. Yeah, go ahead, Tara.
Hey, so I just maybe wanted to offer some advice because I work from home, and something I've been working on since I started this program is I think you're home. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
you
I
froze
think when
for
you
a
work from
second.
home, I think when you work from home or you're home, you know, it's that classic like case of like you have more time and no time. So I think it's still important, and I learned this the hard way from starting the program, that even though you have time, like just prep your food anyway, because when 11:30 rolls around, you're not going to want to cook a meal even though you are home. So, and that's something the first couple of weeks of the program I didn't do. I was like, oh, I'm here, I can just make a piece of chicken. Well, guess what, you're not going to do it, and you're going to reach for something bad. So still have those backup meals like in your fridge, even though you think you have more time, because you'll fall into the trap even easier being home.
No,
So just a tip.
Yeah,
because I'm
no,
home
that's-
20, you know, I'm home every day.
No, that's great. I mean, perfect advice from like answering, like sometimes I'm home half a shift too, and it's like, thank God we have food prepared, because if not, I would do the same thing. Like I'd be like, oh, what is just here to eat? So that's true. Like
Well,
just
I am home, you know.
Yeah.
For now, I am home too, Tara. Until April, I've been home since October, and I do other stuff on the side, but for the most part, I am home. So if we don't have that food, that meal prep, like I know we have food made now. So I just made it for the week, so I know we have that food made, and I'm measuring every day. And one of the things Sherry started out with when we first started tonight was, I think what we need to keep remembering is, and Rachel just mentioned it too, is whatever's going on with this virus thing, and we've had to change our game plan, we're still creating those habits. So to create those habits right from the beginning. If I didn't have that habit in place,
Mhm.
I'd be screwed. I figured because I was working outside all last year, I'd have it made in the shade. I'd be sweating. I'd be losing weight. I'd get some
Mhm.
abs. I'd be great. My diet fell. I didn't eat the right way. I was always eating on the go because I didn't keep up with the prep. And I'm not going to let that happen again. So we've been very
Well,
consistent.
you got a little
with it.
bit better at the end because you were kind of like, oh crap. But I would just be like packing his bag with stuff and like be like,
Mhm.
you got to eat. You just got to eat. He thought, again, yeah, working in the heat, he'd be like, oh, I'm sweating this out. So he'd be like, I'm just going to bring a protein bar. And I think he did like put on a few pounds over the summer because
I did. I put on like 15
he
pounds. I
wasn't-
just lost.
he wasn't keeping his metabolism going. And, you know, you kind of learn the hard way. So yeah, if you are working from home, you know, take Tara's advice, pretend like you are going to work like you normally do and take your meals with you and have your food prepped and like just don't change the things that you normally do because the environment might be different. Okay, keep the same habits and just, you know, because it's always about being prepared. So just because you might not have to leave the house doesn't mean that you can't easily get like stuck and like, you know,
Yeah.
not be like scrambling for something to eat. So
That's
you
why
know,
we had the cans of chicken too, by the way. But
Cans of
we
chicken
were
breast.
so low on protein. We really had nothing, but we had the cans of chicken. So we saved the day because we had the cans of chicken. We measured it out. We made chicken salad. I think that was one of the recipes I put in there. I'll put it in there again because I think we did it with avocado instead of mayo, and it came out really good. So
I
one
think
thing, really quick, Rachel said something about she said something that she only burned 100 and something calories. But there are days when like you guys have seen me at the gym and I'll do the 100-pound dumbbells and my MyZone doesn't go past 70%. And I don't care because I'm lifting the heavier weights and I'm getting stronger. I'm not always worried about burning the calories. I'm always like, because I know Sherry, I'll come up to a lot of you guys and go, what are you doing with that 10 pound when you can be lifting 50 pounds, lifting 50 pounds? So
well,
I just noticed
so
that.
here's the thing too. I don't usually like we don't usually talk about the MyZone, but I'm going to talk about the MyZone for a second so that maybe somebody cannot. If you freak out that you don't burn a lot of calories, this might give you some ease. Okay, first of all, the heart rate monitors are never going to be 100%. Okay, they're same as anything else. They give you an estimate basically of the amount of calories you burn. Okay, and then everybody's body is different. Even though like it's on you and you put in your specific, you know, metrics and everything else, like everybody's different. Okay, and then also when they raise your heart rate, that is based off an algorithm. Sometimes they raise people's heart rates to like 203. Like one time they did that to a nurse that works out in the gym and she's like, if my max heart rate was 203, I'd die. So, you know, like let's not wholly base our workouts off of the calories that your MyZone says that you burn. Like Rachel, for instance, like before you fractured your foot, like you ran. So like when you are elevating your heart rate for a longer period of time, like MyZone is going to think that you have a higher max heart rate, which you probably do. So when you're doing something where you're not constantly moving for extended periods of time, you're not going to be in a, you know, in a zone where it thinks you're not burning as much. But let me tell you something. If you did your workout today and you feel your abs are sore tomorrow or your shoulders are sore, I don't care that you only maybe burned 158 calories. Like you're still lifting the weight, you're still building lean muscle. Like whenever I do go to Easy and I wear my MyZone, like if I burn 4, I'm like, sweet. Like I don't ever get into the red. I don't care. I don't want to feel like I'm gonna puke all over myself. Like if I get into the yellow, I'm like, all right, cool. But you know, on a leg and shoulder day when you are in the gym, like you should be in a yellow, which means that you should be lifting some heavy freaking weights. Okay, because our legs have the biggest muscle in our body, so you can push yourself. So, you know, a chest day, you're not really gonna be in the yellow unless you're on the cardio side, because when you lay down to do a chest press, MyZone thinks you're resting. But if you're pressing heavy enough dumbbells and then tomorrow you can't move your freaking chest, you did the work. So I don't care that you weren't in the yellow. So that's another thing that we kind of have to get our minds out of. If you have a MyZone, it's like, I don't care like exactly how many calories you may have burned or may have not burned. It's about, you know, the work that you're doing while you're there. If you're sore, fantastic. If you're sore and it doesn't look like your MyZone proves it, I don't care. You know what? Take the MyZone, throw it in the garbage. Okay? Like, just do the work, lift heavy freaking weights, and that's seriously all that matters. So anyway, that's my rant.
No, I like that. But I told you, I think I told you guys this one of my shares one night. I've used the MyZone to track my effort, and over when she said I gained that weight, which I did, my MyZone effort was in the 60s all the time, in the blue. And I'm like, wow, my effort is terrible. It used to be in the 70s and 80s. Then it went down. And then I changed my diet. When I went on this nutrition program and I lost 6% body fat and lost that extra weight that I thought I would keep off just, you know, being outside, my workouts went back into the high green, low yellow. So my effort, I don't look at the calories. I just look at my effort. But I know that's how I gauged it. I know that because I was eating better, my energy was better, my effort was
100%.
better.
Yeah,
So
that's a good point.
yeah.
Okay, well, I think that's it. Unless anybody else has anything else to add or any other questions or comments. I know the format was a little bit different today. I just felt like that was something that we really had to talk about today. And because I think it's important for you guys to hear. And again, just don't live in the fear. If you have family members that may be older, or I see you, Tara. I'm going to get to you in 1 second. If you have family members that may be older, immunocompromised, lung compromised, just be smart, okay? Maybe either don't go see them or just watch your habits too, because again, it's not necessarily about us and that we're being healthy and that we'll be okay if God forbid something happens, but it is about spreading it to people that may not be as healthy as we are. So that's that. Tara, you did raise your hand again? Tara Klein? No?
Oh no.
Okay.
What was that number before?
Oh, I thought I lowered her hand. All right, cool. All right, guys. So if you guys are all good, I'm gonna let you all go for tonight. But like I said, if anybody's feeling any sort of way, just reach out to me. I'm here, and everything's gonna be all right, guys. I have that much faith for the entire group. All right. All right, guys. So that's it for tonight. I love you guys. I'll see you this week for a good ass kicking with our new programming. So get some sleep. I'll see you guys during the week.
Bye.